A new Superman game is one of the most requested projects in modern game. Players have wanted it for many years, but technology and design limitations made it very difficult to create. Now, with powerful engines like Unreal Engine 5 and advanced game systems, expectations are higher than ever. Gamers do not just want a Superman game, they want a full experience of what it means to be Superman. This means power, speed, responsibility, and emotion, all combined into one interactive world. In this video, we will explore what gamers expect from a new Superman game, how the gameplay could work, and what kind of visual design could bring the experience to life. Superman is one of the most famous superheroes in the world. He can fly, lift planets, shoot lasers from his eyes, and move faster than light. But in video games, he has never been fully successful. Older Superman games often had problems. Some made him too weak, which felt wrong for the character. Others made him too powerful, which made the game too easy and boring. Because of this, no game has fully captured the real feeling of Superman. Today, gamers expect something different. They want a balanced design that keeps Superman powerful, but still gives challenge and purpose. Superman, who has abilities that include flight, super strength, near invulnerability, heat vision, and super speed. And gamers want all of these abilities to be fully playable in a way that feels natural, powerful, and fun without becoming boring or unbalanced. And the biggest expectation from players is that the game should finally deliver a true Superman experience, where the player does not feel limited by artificial restrictions, but instead feels like an unstoppable force interacting with a living world. And this means the gameplay must move away from traditional superhero game design where health bars and simple combat loops dominate, and instead focus on dynamic systems where the challenge comes from scale, time pressure, and responsibility rather than survival. For example, rescuing thousands of civilians during a collapsing city event, stopping multiple disasters at once, or reacting instantly to global threats. And players expect a seamless open-world design, most likely centered around a highly detailed metropolis-style city, but expanded to a global and even planetary scale, where Superman can fly from street level into orbit without loading screens. And this flight system is one of the most important gameplay expectations because it must feel fast, smooth, and responsive, allowing the player to transition from hovering between skyscrapers to breaking the sound barrier in seconds. With realistic wind pressure effects, motion blur, and sonic boom shockwaves, while still giving precise control for tight rescue sequences like catching falling airplanes or guiding collapsing structures safely to the ground. And combat expectations are also very different compared to other superhero games. Because Superman is extremely powerful, so traditional punching-based systems are not enough. And instead, players expect large-scale cinematic battles, where enemies are designed to match his level, such as alien invaders, advanced machines, kryptonite-enhanced foes, or magical beings that can challenge his abilities in unique ways. And combat should feel more like environmental domination, where Superman can throw entire vehicles, rip through structures, create shockwave impacts, or use heat vision for precision strikes, while bosses should take place across entire city blocks, in the sky, or even in space, making fights feel like events rather than simple encounters. And another major expectation is the inclusion of rescue gameplay that gives emotional weight to the experience, where Superman is not just fighting but constantly saving people from disasters, fires, earthquakes, explosions, or falling debris. And these moments should happen dynamically within the open world, so that no two emergencies feel the same. And this creates a sense of responsibility that is central to the character's identity, while also adding variety to gameplay pacing. And modern players also expect a deep narrative experience that explores both Superman and his human identity as Clark Kent, involving his life at the Daily Planet, his relationships with characters like Lois Lane, and moral dilemmas about how much power should be used and when, especially when dealing with villains such as Lex Luthor, who represents human intelligence and fear of Superman's power. And the story should balance cinematic action with emotional storytelling so that players feel connected to both sides of his life. While visually, the game is expected to use cutting-edge technology such as Unreal Engine 5-level rendering with extremely detailed environments, realistic lighting, and advanced physics systems that allow buildings, vehicles, and terrain to react dynamically to Superman's actions, and the visual design should blend realism with comic book inspiration, meaning the world should look grounded and believable, but still vibrant, hopeful, and heroic rather than dark and depressing, with Superman's suit being highly detailed, reacting to wind, speed, and lighting conditions, and his cape flowing naturally during flight with advanced cloth simulation, and visual effects for his powers should be highly expressive, such as heat vision, creating atmospheric distortion, super speed producing energy trails, and landing impacts generating visible shockwaves that ripple through the environment. And the city itself should feel alive with thousands of NPCs, traffic systems, weather changes, and real-time reactions to Superman's presence, where civilians look up when he flies overhead and respond emotionally during emergencies. And another expectation is cinematic presentation where the camera dynamically shifts during gameplay, sometimes pulling back during high-speed flight across the city, sometimes zooming in during emotional moments or combat finishers, creating a seamless blend between gameplay and movie-like storytelling. And developers are also expected to solve one of the biggest challenges in gaming, which is balancing Superman's near-limitless power with meaningful gameplay systems. Meaning, the difficulty should not come from whether he can survive, but from how efficiently and responsibly the player can handle multiple crises happening at once, forcing prioritization and quick decision-making under pressure. And if a game manages to achieve this balance successfully, it could redefine superhero games entirely, setting a new standard for open-world design, movement systems, and narrative integration. Because players are not just asking for another action game, they are asking for an experience that finally makes them feel like they truly are Superman, in a living, breathing world that responds to every action with scale, emotion, and consequence.